So as some of you guys may or may not know, I'm not sure, but I am a huge sneaker fan. I love sneakers, and I actually just bought what might be my favorite pair of shoes ever. Can you see them? I'm okay. They're low Air Jordan 1s in all black. Yeah, I don't know, I think they look super cool. I've been wanting to get a new pair of all black sneakers forever. Just cause they just look cool, I think. So I think as a photographer, filmmaker, creator, or whatever you want to call yourself, I think one of the hardest parts is deciding what kind of camera bag you're gonna buy now. There's many different types of camera bags, and there's also many different styles of bags within each different type of camera bag. But needless to say, we spend a lot of time, effort, and money trying to basically do what we do. Take photos, take videos. So the camera bag that we end up choosing has to really match that. We don't want to spend $4,000, $5,000 on camera gear and then bring it inside a $30 camera bag that can barely hold itself together. Not saying that every camera bag that's more affordable is bad. From personal experiences, they tend to fall apart a lot easier. So let's talk about my two favorite bags ever, and what I like about each of them, and why I think you should buy them. At least one of them, not both, maybe both, up to you. So number one is my old daily driver. This is the LOWEPRO PROTACTIC 450. This thing is a freaking tank. I absolutely love this bag. Definitely has some issues that I will talk about in just a few, but it's an awesome bag. And my current bag for all my traveling and all my daily stuff whenever I go shoot is the NOMATIC Peter McKinnon bag. If you've been following my channel for a while, you've seen that I've posted a few videos about this, but those were pretty much before I actually got to really test it out over the last few months. So I'm going to talk about what I like, what I don't like, and let you know if I think it's a good thing to buy. Now I'm going to talk about first the LOWEPRO, and then we're going to move on to the NOMATIC Peter McKinnon bag. First things first, this bag, it just, when you first touch it, it's not the greatest thing, the greatest feeling backpack. But what I love about it is that I've dropped this in the sand, I've dropped this in pretty much the snow, everywhere. I've dropped this camera bag pretty much everywhere, and it's kept everything inside always in good condition. It's just really hasn't scraped up very much, just minor nicks here and there. So the top few things that I love about it is like it has these straps, and you can pretty much organize these out here however you want. I usually put a skateboard on this front part and then a tripod on one side, and then it has this water bottle holder, and they're all removable, so you can pretty much put them wherever you want, which is really nice. It also has this like nice hard shell top, also very nice as an extra protection. Obviously, the one thing that's super important to me when choosing a camera bag is that they open from the back side. So this one opens from the back side, and it is also very large. Once you open it, you can fit a lot of gear in here. I actually used to have the 350, which is a little bit smaller, but once I got a 70-200 and my second camera body and started expanding stuff, didn't really cut it. I wasn't able to fit my 15-inch laptop in that camera bag anymore, so I decided to upgrade to this one, and that was about 2.5 years ago. I had this bag for pretty much majority of my trips in the last few years. I had it for Iceland, I had it for a bunch of different places here in the US. I had it for Spain and Italy. Anyways, yeah, absolutely love this bag. However, there's a couple downfalls. Number one, it's definitely not weatherproof. When I was in Iceland, actually some water got in it. Thankfully, my gear was perfectly fine. It does have a raincoat thing that pulls from the bottom. So if you ever wanted to, while you're getting soaked and your hands are slippery, you can pull this out. It's just pretty much a little raincoat that attaches to and just goes over it. And there you go. Now it's somewhat water resistant. Yeah, I absolutely love this bag. However, it was just getting to the point that whenever I was traveling and I was doing a few days, I didn't want to carry a suitcase and a camera bag. I wanted something that pretty much allowed me to do both, and that's pretty much when the Peter McKinnon bag came out. So let's move on to that. Also, that camera bag is under $200 nowadays, so definitely a good price. So if you have a more limited budget and you're unable to afford something like the Peter McKinnon bag, that's definitely a great option. But let's talk about this. So number one thing that I definitely don't like is the price. This camera bag comes in at $400 here in the US as of the time of recording of this video, which is a little bit pricey. Now, there's a reason why I did spend that money, and I'll get to that in just a second. But first things first, I actually don't love this almost like pleatherish like material, plasticky. I think it's great. I think it's water repellent, which is really nice. However, it scratches really easily. I have a bunch of scuffs on it. I haven't taken it to that many places. I think we just went to New Jersey last week and then Colorado about a month and a half ago. And that's about it. We didn't really do much with it. So seeing all these like scuffs and scratches kind of bothers me a little bit. My OCD mind and my wanting to keep everything straight and everything neat doesn't work well with this. Number two, it actually has a tripod mount on the outside, but it doesn't have another one on the other side for a water bottle. And these hooks here where you could technically attach those like straps, I don't know if I trust them. I'm sure they're fine, but I don't know. Plus, I feel like if I put a tripod or anything on the front side, it's just gonna completely destroy the whole front. So I'm not sure if I'm a big fan of that. Okay, so let's talk about the next thing that was super important to me on the other bag. Same case on this one. It has a back opening. However, if you saw me fighting with the other one, in order to open it, I had to move the straps out of the way. Okay, with this one, you don't have to. You just open it from right above the straps, which is very nice. And it's massive. It's a little bit bigger than the other one. It actually has another bag that comes with it where I keep my drone stuff, but all that is charging, so I'm not gonna bring it now. That's as far as the similarities between the two of them. Now, if you carry a laptop with you at all when you travel, you've been on a plane, you know that taking your camera bag out, taking your laptop out, it's just opening the whole bag. That's a whole pain in the ass to deal with. So, reason why I love this bag, it actually has a laptop sleeve on the outside. So you don't actually even have to open your camera bag. It's just right here. They also left a little inside part, so if you wanted to put a tablet in here, it's not as deep as you would need for a laptop, but a tablet will fit in perfectly fine. It definitely makes life a lot easier when you're on an airplane or in a car or anywhere that you don't have to open this whole thing and take your laptop out. Definitely super nice. But that's still not the reason why it won me over. So if you remember me saying on the other bag that I was starting to travel a little bit more at the time of the release of this bag, and I didn't really like having to carry a bunch of different bags with me every time I travel, whether it was my backpack in a duffel or a suitcase or whatever. This backpack kind of solved it for me. Now, it didn't 100% solve it, but it solved it enough for short trips. It actually has a front pocket that you can open right here. And the nice thing about this is that it's actually expandable, so you can actually put clothes for a couple of days in here. If you're going somewhere where you're not going to be really needing to do much, yeah, just a couple days you can fit in here. I've actually even used this to fit a gimbal or a slider in there, but it's meant for clothes, I believe. So yeah, it's great. It's absolutely great. Now, for some people, those main features, and those were the main ones that got me, but they may not be worth the money. It is a lot of money. I think I may have paid $360 for it. I think that I had a 10% off coupon when I bought it, so that saved me a little bit of money, but still $360 is a lot of money. I mean, you can buy an 85 f1.8 with that, for that money, from Canon, that is. You can buy a lot of different things for that money. Keep that in mind, it is a little bit expensive. However, I absolutely love it. I will not be going back to that one unless I absolutely have to. So once I completely destroy this, which I know it's gonna happen, especially because the material on the outside gets super scratched and I'll get annoyed, I'll probably end up buying another one just because of the convenience of it. I like having that extra spot for the clothes. I like having the sleeve for the laptop that's super accessible. I like having that extra spot for a tablet if I chose to bring one. And I like having that separate bag that you have to buy separate, obviously, but for my drone, where I keep my drone and just drone stuff, so I know that if I get somewhere where I can't fly my drone, I can just leave it in the car, or I can leave it at the hotel or Airbnb or wherever I'm staying, not have to carry the drone with me, which, if you know at all, they're heavy. They can get a little bit heavy, especially when you're already carrying a bunch of gear. So that's pretty much it. I absolutely love both backpacks. If you have the money, I definitely recommend the Peter McKinnon one. If you're in a bit more of a budget, the LOWEPRO PROTACTIC is fantastic. So that's it. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and I will see you guys on the next video. Bye.